Hello, I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano, and I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is marketing. First off, I own a restaurant in a very small town in the middle of nowhere in upstate New York. The closest cities to us are going to be Kingston, New Paltz, Poughkeepsie, Middletown, and those cities only have 25, 35,000 people in them. They're not large cities. The village that we're in has 4,000 people, and we've lost over 1,200 jobs in the last 10 years, in industrial jobs from factories. So there's really nothing happening in my town. And yet my restaurant grows and grows and grows every single year, and we keep reaching out, and we have this huge database of people that drive from all over to get to us. So I want to talk about my most important asset in my business, and probably in your business too, because every business needs this. The most important asset is a database. Okay? I've learned this, we've been open 8 years, I learned this 8 years ago. 7.5 years ago I learned this. Database, database, database. If you were to take your business and burn it down, not on purpose, but if your business were to be burned down, or something happened, a flood, and you had to relocate, and it took several months to reopen somewhere else, how would you tell all the people where you're at? Your database. If you have no database, you're not going to be able to communicate with them. So, here are the 5 most common questions. I network a lot with a lot of other business owners. I go to a lot of chamber mixers. My wife and I go to a lot of other conferences, and people ask us, here are the 5 most common questions that people ask us about our database, because a lot of these people are on our database, first of all. So they see the emails, they see the postcards, they see the interactions. So they ask us, well, who's in your database? Who's in your database is our customers. Anybody who walks in our door should be in our database to a certain extent. You know, you can't hinder people when they walk in your door, but if somebody walks into your door, sits down, has dinner, or goes into your shop, there should be a place for them to actually sign up for your database. Okay? That's how you get the people who are actually in your door. The thing is, if they've taken the time to come to you once, they'll probably take the time to come to you again if you're serving good food, have good service, or if you have a good business. Okay? That's easy. So that's who's in the database, our customers. How we build the database was question number 2. We build it from our current customers, okay? The third question that I usually get asked is, well, how do you get new people into your database that you don't know who they are? Which is a good question, because obviously if you have a database and it's working for you and you're making money on it, then you're going to want a bigger database. There's lots of things you can do to get people into your database. There's lots of like welcome services, like Jamie, what are some of those things, like moving targets?
Moving targets.
New customers now or something. You can buy cold birthdays from certain companies. They actually call and say, hey, I'm looking for people within a 30-mile radius, 10-mile radius, with a birthday in this month and has this amount of income. There's all kinds of mailing lists that you can actually buy with names and addresses on them. Okay? What I like to do over that is, so I like to actually interact. So when I go to events like a wine tasting event and we're putting food up, I like to put a sign out, win a free gift certificate to my restaurant, sign up. So I get them to sign their emails up and addresses and things like that. Facebook, all kinds of social media sites, you can actually get people into your database. If you have a Facebook fan page, to a certain extent, those people are in your database already because they're on your fan page. If they're a friend of yours, they're in your database. Now, if you want to convert them into your database in your office, there's more questions you can ask on Facebook, like win a gift certificate. You can ask questions, name a dish after somebody, or do a lot of kind of contests, or just put out a thing. Are you in our database? Do we have your birthday? Okay, that's extremely important because those people are already there. They're already on your fan page. They're already in your network. They're already in your social media. You can send a tweet out. Join our fan page. Join our mailing list. Check out our website. Twitter is probably the #1 way to get eyes to websites now. Twitter's a great, phenomenal tool. So that's how you get people that don't even know who you are. And if you do a high quality tweet, a high quality Facebook fan page, or you post something on the internet, a good quality blog, or you put a sign up box on your web page, it allows people to sign up, and you put a prompt up there that, you know, sign up for our email list, sign up for our database, sign up, give us your birthday. Do you have a free birthday dinner? That's extremely, extremely important. Did I forget anything, Jamie, on that?
No.
No, okay. There's so much to do on this. So, then another question is, well, what do I do when I get people in my database? I know some people who will be like, yay, I have 500 people on my fan page. I'm like, yeah, but I'm on your fan page. You've never ever posted anything. Or they're like, yeah, I have 1,000 people in my email database. I have 1,000 birthdays, but I'm like, yeah, I'm on that list, but you've never communicated to me. They're like, well, what am I supposed to do? I thought just getting people in the list was enough. No, it's not enough. You actually have to communicate with them. How many times you go to a restaurant and they ask you for your birthday? You give them your birthday, you give them your information, and do you ever hear from that restaurant again? Huh. Years ago, 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, odds were no, you'd never heard back from these people again. They just collected your information.
For years we collected information.
For years we collected information, birthday information. We never really used it. Now we really use it. I went to get sneakers from the same guy for the last 10 years. And every time I went, I filled out the slip. He had my information, 10 years worth of sneakers for myself and my family. And the last 6 months was the first email I ever got from him. High quality emails, by the way, but the first email that I ever got from him in 10 years. He's had my name. What was he doing with it? He wasn't doing anything with it. The bottom line is, once you get to people, you have to communicate. Now, what are you going to communicate is the next thing. First of all, if you're a restaurant like me, you have to communicate to their birthday. Birthday is the #1 promotion of any restaurant. That's what people go out for, their birthday. They will go out and they take people and they will drink, they'll eat, they'll have a good time, because that's what birthdays are about. And a lot of times a birthday person never has to pay for it. So, you know, it's just a matter of getting the people in your door. So that's how you communicate for their birthday. You have to send them some kind of offer for their birthday. You need to send them educational stuff. You know, they say a balance of 80-20, 80% educational, 20% sales pitches. You just need to communicate. Send an email, send a postcard, send, if it's new hours you're opening, send something to them where they know you're there. Now in the restaurant industry, the specific stats say that people love to hear from their favorite restaurant every 21 days. So if you're not communicating every 21 days, then chances are that, you know, you can be forgotten about, because people will go shop somewhere else, they'll go dine somewhere else, they'll go somewhere else if you're not fresh on their mind. I'm not saying bombard them every day with an email. I like to personally send out 1 to 2 emails a week from my business, and I don't feel that's enough because I have a lot of information going on in my restaurant. So I want to say so many things and introduce so many new wines and so many beers and tell so many stories and talk about health and all these other kind of things that you know, that I want to really convey to people. But on the other hand, I don't want to bombard people, so I have to be very careful with what I do put out there. And I can put a lot more on my Facebook page than actually sending an email, you know, every day of the week, because people will withstand Facebook, because they don't have to read everything, but it'll pop up. And you can really create some content or some really good conversations on Facebook very, very easily by posting questions like, what is your favorite burger? What is your favorite pizza? What's our favorite glass of wine by us? Or what was your favorite glass of wine or favorite dessert in any other restaurant you've been into? So you can really create some dialogue. Or we're thinking about a new menu item. We need your help. What do you think? So really, what you communicate is endless of what you can communicate. And the last question, number 5, is, well, do you make money off of your database? Well, of course you make money off of your database, because the database promotes your business, it promotes your ideas, it keeps people in contact with you. I remember the very first time we tested this thing out. You know, most restaurants, a lot of businesses are used to paying for ad space, or they call a magazine, phone book, which is dying now. For years, people would actually pay $400, $500, $600, $700 an ad to go into a magazine or a newspaper, which still happens every day. You have no way of actually measuring if those people are reading your ad and actually coming into your restaurant. You know, so for me, it was frustrating placing these ads. And I remember my very first summer open. We stocked up, you know, because the summer's busy. So I figured, okay, the summer was really busy. Now for the winter time, I've got to take all that extra money I had, or so I supposedly had in the summertime, and really go hard and aggressive with the ads. And I did that, and I spent a couple of $1,000s on ads that went nowhere. And finally, in January, the beginning of January, our slowest month of the year, I said, you know what, I'm going to try a test. We've got people on our email list. We've only had maybe 300, I think, what, 300 at that point, Jamie?
Yes.
300 people on our email at that list. On that point, we sent an ad out, and I was very, we sent an email out, and I was very honest. I said, hey, instead of us placing a $250 ad this month in this magazine, we're going to give you, our customers, $250 worth of gift certificates. Please email us back if you want a $25 gift certificate. And I got to tell you, within 2-3 minutes, there was like 10 responses. A half an hour later, there was 30 responses. And I looked at my wife and I said, Jamie, I said, I gotta be honest with you, if these people are gonna come in and spend money and we're gonna give them 25 bucks, we're probably gonna make more money on the other end of that. But it's hard to come in and just spend 25 bucks or 10 bucks or 15 bucks. Every business is different. Our per person average is $40, $41. So I know for everybody that walks in the door, I'm gonna average $41. So if I'm gonna give them 25, no big deal, I'll still make it up. And I said, wow, this is so much better. This is called direct marketing. This is where I can actually talk to my customers. I can give them things, or I can sell them things, or we can have a two-way communication. And ever since then, I was sold 100% that a database is the most valuable asset of your business. It really communicates, it tells who you are. It really, you know, you can do a lot with a database, but really the main important thing is you can stay in business. That's the most important thing. Chances are you're in somebody's database right now. Is it Best Buy? Is it Walmart? Is it ShopRite? Is it one of these big stores you have a little card to? Is it another restaurant? You're in a database already. You're getting emails from people that are getting your name from somewhere or that you signed up for. So communicate to your database if you're a business owner. I am Marcus Giuliano. I'm a chef on a mission, and today's mission was business, managing your database. If anybody has any questions on this, I'd be happy to help you. So email me, link down below, marcus@marcusg.tv. You can email me. I'd be happy to answer any questions, or tweet me. All my contact information is on this page. Thanks.